26th day in the month of May. On this hour, we're going to be talking about morals, your moral standard. I'm sure you've heard those words now and again. We'll have that conversation. What do they mean to you, and what do you consider as moral? Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, sometimes we get to judge a person by what we perceive their level of morality is. Sometimes we judge a person's capabilities, a person's worthiness, a person's character, a person's personality by what we perceive the level of morality is, especially for those who believe so dearly in the idea of morality. But as we have, beginning the conversation, I'd like to break down what morals really are when we use that word. Morals are the prevailing standards of behavior that enable people to live cooperatively in groups. Moral refers to what a society sanctions as right and acceptable. But many people actually use the terms morals and ethics interchangeably when they're talking about personal beliefs, they're talking about actions or principles. But morals are what you, as an individual, believe to be right or wrong. So, that means that people can have different morals, because what is right to you might be wrong to me. And what is wrong to you might be right to me. And you might say, oh, I like this person's morals. I like Jude's morals. Or I wonder about Sam's morals. So basically, you understand clearly now that your morals are your ideas about right and wrong, especially how you should act and treat other people. So based on this foundational knowledge of what morals really are, what do you consider moral? Do you think that people should be judged by their moral standards or by what they bring to the table? So let's assume I like to flirt. I like to have multiple partners. Will you judge my ability to be a team player with the fact that I like to have multiple partners? Or will you judge my ability to be a team player by my actual abilities? How would you judge me and consider me in that regard? Do you also think that leaders should be elected based on their moral standards or by their resume? Should we be asking potential leaders, who come up indicating interest to lead us, and we ask them, what are your moral standards? What do you believe is right or wrong? Or do we observe how they live to judge what their moral standards are and decide, I am voting this Mr. A as the next governor or the next local government chairman because he upholds a high moral standard in my eyes? Tell me, I would like to know what you think and what you consider as moral. The phone lines are open, so let's talk. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, or 0817 923 0009. That's the female line, the final number, that is 0817 923 0009. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. That's 0809 030 6416. What do you consider moral? And do you think we should begin to choose our leaders based on their moral standards rather than their resume? Do you think perhaps we will not have some of these issues that we have in Nigeria because we have better leaders who uphold high moral standards before our eyes? Let's think about it. I mean, you would have less corrupt leaders, don't you think? I'm just asking what you think. Let's talk. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Talk to me. All right. To call me back as soon as you can, 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, or 0817 923 0009. What do you consider moral? And as a matter of fact, do you think that morality in itself is a better influence on the kind of society that we build or the kind of people that we become? Do you think the reason why we have or experience a lot of insecurity is because we have people with very poor moral standing? Is that a consideration worth paying attention to? What do you think? Maybe if we actually have leaders or people, bosses, businessmen, business partners, associates who uphold better moral standards in our eyes, we would have a better society. We would have a society that is rid of crime, or rid of danger, or insecurity, or theft, or insincerity. What do you think? Good afternoon. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Talk to me. All right, to call me back, the numbers again, 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007, or 0817 923 0009. We're on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp and Telegram, 0809 030 6416. So you can drop your message on WhatsApp and Telegram on that number. And on Facebook, we are live, so you can go watch as you comment on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3ph, on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. What do you consider moral? Is it what, the difference might be between right and wrong? Would it be dressing in a certain way? Would it be talking in a certain way? Would it be belonging to a certain religion? Would it be choosing or making the decisions a certain way that you would define morality as? And in that sense, how do you think being moral affects our governance? I want us to talk about this on a national level. Think about all of the things that's been happening in the last couple of months in Nigeria. How do you think moral standards has influenced what is going on in Nigeria? I mean, you might want to compare our experiences of the past few months to that of other parts of the world, like, for instance, United States of America, where they have people who are more liberal, so people are not confined to a certain definition of what morality is. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Gabriella. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yes, the issue you're talking about is quite basic somehow. The case of morality, I can remember a certain situation, a time when I was in school, and I was still a student. We were told something about morality and laws. You can hear me clearly?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. We were studying a course called ethics then, and then it was discussed then that ethics is a rational process applying principles when two moral obligations apply. So there is no way you can talk about ethics without talking about morality. And now you talk about morality and then law. We take an example of what is happening in some societies, especially in some countries now. The issue of homosexuality. It is acceptable in some countries. It is seen as lawful, right? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, it's acceptable in some countries, but then it's not acceptable elsewhere too. That's because some countries feel it is immoral for them to go into such behavior also. So I think morality really affects the living of the people in a particular society.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Do call me back. Well, like I was saying before I had to take that call, if you want to begin to compare a country like ours to, say, a more liberal society like the United States of America, for instance, you would find a lot of disparity. You'd find that, look, what you term moral may not what is termed moral in America. So if you begin to try to, like I was asking, if we actually want to go down that route of trying to figure out how morality or our moral standards influence our society, it might be a hard call. It might, just might. But I'd like to know what you think about that. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead. Oh dear, whatever happened. Solomon Boma on Facebook says, good afternoon. My mom, when she was alive, would always say your morals are who you are. Okay. In what sense, Solomon? I would have loved if you had, explained a little further. I may understand what you mean, but for the sake of conversation, I would like to know what you actually mean. So your morals are who you are. So if I like to wear pretty dresses, or I like to put on mini dresses, that means that's the level of morality I live by, or I'm defined by. All right, the WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter, so you can log on to Facebook and watch us as you comment. On Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Honorable Fred Packle on WhatsApp, he says, good afternoon. Morals are standards of behavior that is acceptable within a given society. Morality is a basis of any society because its seed is given at home, which the society lives by in future. Everyone should be measured by their moral standards, by the definition given. Like some philosophers said, the seed of morality is planted at home, watered in school, and reaped by the society. Oh, he says, happy birthday to our digital leader, Fred Packle. Pennet Trust says. So, thanks for your message, by the way. If morality, like you say, is the basis of any society, how would you rate Nigeria's morality? How would you rate Nigeria's moral standard? How would you rate the moral standard of River State? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gabby.
Good afternoon.
Me, I will start with this. From the day man ate that forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden, that was the day morality was planted in a man's heart. That was the day a man, began to possess the ability to distinguish good and evil. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Because from the dictionary meaning of morality, you can see that it is simply defined as the power to distinguish between good and evil. So this is the judgment God planted in our heart. So, if you look at Nigerians here, you can see that our morality is dead. The power to distinguish good and evil is dead.
Is it?
Yes, now. If I want to make somebody to leave Nigeria where he's supposed to invest, and then will siphon the state treasury to abroad and prefer to live there, where another country made their country economy, everything, they made it well. Human beings like us made their country well. You refuse to do your own country well. You prefer to go and live there and buy houses with the people's money. To tell that our morality is dead. Then what will make a Nigerian man build a house and stack money there, people's destiny, people's hospital and market, supposed to build roads for people. You open a house, you stack people's money there and you lock it up. You bury money safety tanks and sock away. You wait until doctor will go strike before you know that they are fighting for the poor mass. You wait till doctors will go strike before you know that you're supposed to provide facilities for the hospitals, no social welfare. People are dying, bad roads everywhere. Somebody will do something, a project of 10,000 naira in government. You claim that it is 4 billion. Hello. That is a pure display in Nigeria that our morality is dead. My name is Chimbroma. Thank you very much.
Chimbroma, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. In your opinion, morality is dead. Wow. Do you agree with him or do you not? I'd like to hear your thoughts. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. We're going to a very quick break, and when we return, the conversation continues. I am Gabriella. Don't go away.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt.
Connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me. I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it. What are you trying to insinuate? All these people looting Nigeria's money? You think
this is Nigeria Info in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
When knowledge meets action, information liberates. Tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Catch us online on Twitter and Instagram at Nigeria Info PH. On Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Drop a comment, like, and share posts from your number one news talk and sports radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info.
92.3 Nigeria Info takes the talk online. See pictures, news headlines, and be the first to comment and contribute.
Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH.
Also watch and listen to us online. Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Different ideologies,
different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Welcome back to the show. It's the sunny side of 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Gabriella. 29 minutes on the clock. We're talking about moral standards right now. What do you, as an individual, consider as moral? That is a question I'm asking. We've been able to establish what morals really are. The difference between right and wrong. What an individual or a society believes is right or wrong. Prevailing standards of behavior that enable us all to live cooperatively in groups. Refers to what societies sanction as right and acceptable. So there are things that are not acceptable, that are immoral, just so we can live cooperatively in peace. But like the last couple callers mentioned, morals and ethics are used interchangeably when talking about personal beliefs and actions and principles. But they're basically just what you believe to be right or wrong. And people can have different morals. There is no signboard, no textbook anywhere that says this is the book of morals for Rivers State. This is the book of morals for Abuja. This is a book of morals for Nigeria. No. Where you have to uphold that standard. No. People can have different morals. So there are people who might have bad morals to you. There are those who might have good morals that you admire. They're just basically ideas about right or wrong. It's just our ability to define and separate, identify what is right and what is wrong. So stealing is wrong. Returning what does not belong to you is right. Dressing moderately is right. Dressing provocatively in corporate gatherings is immoral. So it's just the balance of knowing what is right and wrong. But because there is no one huge, clear-cut textbook or manual for the entire world to live by, that's why you have people who dress in certain ways, say, look, this is how I am. This is who I am. And to me, this way of dressing is good. Even though that way of dressing may not be good to you. That's why you have such situations. That's why you also have people who club, people who drink, people who do other things that you may not do. Say, look, this is who I am, and to me, it is not wrong because I perceive of what is right and wrong differently from how you perceive of what is right and wrong. So to you, for instance, watching TV may be wrong. Watching entertainment shows on TV may be wrong. Say, oh, that is too worldly. That is too social. I mean, it's totally wrong to engross myself in such frivolous shows or such social, westernized, whatever you want to call them. It's wrong. But for other people, it's enlightenment. So we all have different moral standards. But I want to know, what do you consider moral? If I were to ask you, meet you and ask you, what is moral to you? Good afternoon. Please call me back. What is moral to you? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, or 0817-923-0009. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kazi. This is Mr. Zion from Port Harcourt.
Talk to me.
When he talks about the dress code, that reveals certain parts of the woman or the male body is indecent, is immoral, and is against our way of life. We are Africans, strategically positioned for a purpose. The moment we start imbibing certain culture and way of the Westerners, we started having problems. We start having a division between what is right and what is wrong. But when, or ever since we maintained our stand of who we are, what we believe, the things we do, the kind of food we eat, the kind of people we should associate with, and certain conversation we should have or we should not have, we started having problems. See, let me be honest to you. The African culture position the African child to do what is right. It has been passed on over and over and over. We are having problems today because we adulterated our culture. We sold it out. We betrayed our purpose of living. And today we are finding it so difficult. Just like in Amsterdam. Amsterdam had a problem in the early 90s. You can misbehave in Amsterdam, no problem. In fact, the moment you step down of the airport, you see a billboard that advertises nudity. Just like you are welcome to do whatever you want. But today, the They are finding it so difficult to go back to where they come from. And we want to go back to that place which they found themselves. So for us to correct it, there is no encyclopedia that will define it. Go back to your culture and go back to your tradition. The ones that are repugnant to natural justice, we can remove them. And the ones that are acceptable, that taught our children to stand up and allow the elderly people to sit down, we welcome that. The moral that will teach you, an elderly woman is carrying firewood, let me go help her. The moral that will teach your children, do not take what doesn't belong to you. The moral that will tell you, this money when I carry go house, my mother will ask me, where did I get it from? This is how we are brought up. The question of even your conscience will question you. If this thing I'm doing on the street, Mama came, saw me, won't she go and report me to my mom? You look at how we are living our life. We are so interconnected that you cannot lie. You can't cheat. You can't run away from your shadows. That is who we are. We are not kidnapping anybody. Children were entrusted on the neighbor's hands. Mama, in case you take care of Gabriella for me, I'm going to the market. Your mother is okay and protected where she found herself. And she knows that Mama came will take care of Gabriella for her. Gabriella will be well fed. Gabriella will be given pampers and change up everything, play with the children, negotiate with them until when Gabriella's mom is coming back home. But today, can we still do it again? Mr. Zion.
Good questions, Mr. Zion. Thank you so much for calling to share your thoughts. 22 minutes on the clock. On WhatsApp, George says, morals are the framework of societal norms. It depicts the standard of who an individual is in society. Thank you, George, for your thoughts. Back to the phone lines. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you today?
Very well. How are you?
My name is Nkema Kolam.
Go ahead.
I want to agree with Mr. Zion. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
One of the things Mr. Zion mentioned is something I passed through. I'm over 40. In fact, I'm 47 years now. As a young boy, I can't take some certain amount of money home because my parents would definitely, especially my mother will ask me, who gave you this money? If I mention anybody, she will ask me, what did you do for this person to give you this amount of money? Are you with me?
Yes.
If I say, she will have to go and ask that person. That is not to say she doesn't trust me. She just wants to be sure that I'm still following the morals she gave me. So I think the bulk of this challenge starts from home, from our homes. Our mothers, let me take it to the daughters. I have family. I have daughters. I have children. There are things I don't allow my daughter wear outside. My wife may go to the market, find them fanciful or beautiful for a girl child, buys them. When I get them, I'll tell her, no, my daughter can't wear this one. She can't wear this one. So I think we parents should go back to the era when we check our children, we keep an eye on them, we keep a tap on them, we try to know everything they do, including their friends, those they relate with within our vicinity and outside, including in school. Secondly, the society, the internet. I think the internet has done us more harm than good. Yes, the intentions of introducing internet to us down here in Africa was good. But when it got to us, are we using it for good use? I think we are using it more on the negative side than the positive side.
Negative side, how?
Yes. Okay. I think the things our children are exposed to on the internet poses a big threat towards the future. Mrs. Zion mentioned something, our culture, our way of life. If you go back to our mothers, our fathers, the way they behave now, you try to look inside of them and take it back to when they were young. You will see that whatever lifestyle they live today was taught to them by their parents. Of positive benefit to us. I think we're trying to use it more on the negative side. So I think we still have a chance. We have a chance to make some corrections, and the chance lies solely on us, parents. When your child goes to school, while I was in the university, my father still slipped to school to come take me up. He will not tell me. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
He will not tell me. He wants to know what I do from time to time. He wants to know the friends I keep. And I had a kind of a foster mother there, someone who I was entrusted to watch over me. Whatever I know my mother will not accept from me, I knew she will not accept it from me. But these days, they will ask you, are you my mother or are you my father? So I think we should go back to the family so that we can start getting it right again. My name is Nkamakolam. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. Thank you. I appreciate it. 17 minutes on the clock. Let's head on out to Facebook. We have some messages here. Nana Kwesi Dei Dako says, moral is growing up to age of accountability and knowing what is right and also doing it. That's simple. Easy Good Luck says, for me, moral is someone showing a consistent behavior and attitude taught which others emulate. Coming to Nigeria, the morals which have been set by the past leaders is what the present leaders are working with or emulating, and that's why we're having the same results, he says. Solomon Boma explains, my mom would explain and say, if a man talks much, you simply know that man has no moral of keeping a secret conversation. Sometimes when I get angry at little things, she will say an angry man every day is a weak man. When I asked what she meant one day, she said, if being angry becomes part of your morals, it means you can be easily angered. So any person can tempt and annoy you, then you become weak to them the moment you react always. The saying you are dressed the way you dressed is something also. I can't dress as a road tout and then have the morals of a decent citizen. Thank you very much for explaining, Father Solomon. All right, on WhatsApp, we do have some messages, I believe. Let's see, we've got about 10 minutes left for this conversation. I took George's message already. Actual Omodu says, morality is essential for stability of society. The sufficiency and adherence of moral principles in our communities make coexistence easy and worthy. Almost always, morality is universal, and that is why Emily Durkheim said, when morals are sufficient, laws are unnecessary. When morals, I'm sure you meant say, when they are insufficient, laws are unenforceable. Amodu, thank you very much for that. Now, let me talk about something that a few of you have mentioned, which is, what's the word I'm looking for now? We have been comparing, that comparison between what life was like before now and what life is like now. I also remember then, they would always say a child is raised by the society, not just by the parent. But that may not necessarily be the case right now, because as it were, you cannot scold another person's child without going under for it, So back in the day, you would get scolded by your teacher or by your neighbor, and when your parents came back home, they would report to your parents, look at what your child did, and I scolded them. They will tell them, your parents will tell them thank you, and when they shut the door, you get flogged again or punished again, for even rubbing the family name in the mud. But The reverse is the case right now. We have grown to a point where people are even afraid to touch other people's children. You know, we've heard of stories of parents who go harass their children's teachers in school because they were scolded for either failing or coming late to school or misbehaving, and the teacher flogs or punishes them or scolds them in whatever way. You see parents going to burn down the school or ensure that the teacher is fired or just go physically harass and assault them. We've heard so many stories of parents who even go pay for their students to cheat in their examinations. Oh yes, but back in the day that was unheard of. That was an abomination. It was abominable to even hear such a thing. I mean, you never heard of it. It was unheard of. You never would hear of such a thing where parents would do that. So times have changed, and just maybe our moral standards have reduced or evolved as they were. Do you think perhaps the reason why we are where we are or experiencing the things we're experiencing as a nation at the national level is perhaps because of all of these changes or evolution in our moral standards? I'd like to know what you think of that. Hello, Gabby. Anderson says on WhatsApp, morals may be personal, but we all have conscience, which is the spirit of God in us, which deciphers right and wrong. But when one succeeds in killing this conscience and spirit in him or her, it becomes a problem and it brings about disparities in thoughts and in actions. Thank you very much, Anderson, for that. Good afternoon. All right, call me back. Remember, you can join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter. We're streaming live on Facebook, so you can go join in, watch, and comment at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. All right. The WhatsApp number once again is 0809-030-6416. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
The conversation, actually, we have lost it majorly in Nigeria, mostly Nigeria rather. The morality of our people is no more there. Can you imagine that? I have seen the parents who paid money for his son to go and learn Yahoo. I'm telling you, they paid money for his son to go and learn Yahoo, how to do people using the internet. Before, that thing can never happen when parents have moral. Like what you mentioned, that parents usually pay money for them to pass the exam. Those days, you can never see those things. Parents can never do those things because they will make sure that they protect them. But nowadays, even the parents are even the ones that are having that insanity. All this kidnapping and robbery because to represent their family. I remember in those days when I was a child, if you buy anything, probably come home with it. Let's say if you buy eggs, the parents will ask you who gave you to buy the egg. You must explain them. But nowadays, it's no longer like that. You just go to uniform and see the kind of dressing the students are, doing there. The kind of dressing that is going on there. You will be surprised to see that the society has lost its morality. I think the parents are trying nowadays.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on the matter. Good afternoon.
Hello, Gabby. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Shidiso from Adeli Road. Yes, what you are discussing. You go out and coming with your parents notice. Your uncle will just see you, you punish you, and next time you not try it. But when I was growing up, sometimes we used to go and swim. After swimming, as we are coming back, our uncle will just put cane on top of the roof. The little bit is small pepper. And when we come back, he will flog us, and we will correct our mistake. As I was growing up, that same uncle, his son was misbehaving. Nobody is flogging him. Their children to dress the way they want to dress. And if he talk, they will say that is current trend. That they want to expose themselves, expose them in different manner, expose them. Parents can come to your house with their children. Go ask their child, go and play with that. Because they have parents, they are rich. Go and play with that boy. That boy will be also. You understand that kind of thing. So the parents now, they are not even, they don't care. If you try it, that day, that friendship will cut off. If you just say that they that put their children at rest, some of them will pass the thing. You know the thing now, this haircut, as they call it galas, or this thing now. If some of them will even allow their children to start,
your contribution. Our final caller. Good afternoon.
Even of us who will do that, child abuse, because the grammar, but our own children, have we been bringing them to the our children here, pamper them all.